On the 24th of February, councillors agreed the council's budget for the year ahead. I'm immensely proud of our forthcoming budget because not only will it make a positive difference to all our residents and businesses in Hackney and deliver truly borough-changing projects, it was achieved in the midst of the greatest economic, social and health challenge of our generation, the coronavirus pandemic. The pandemic continues to be a national and local tragedy. Hundreds of our residents have died, and each death is devastating for family, friends and neighbourhoods left behind, and my thoughts are with each and every one of them. We've spent nearly £220 million supporting residents and businesses through the pandemic, including nearly £160 million in additional support to local businesses through grants and rates relief, £1.8 million supporting our schools, helping to provide and deliver thousands of laptops to school children learning at home, and £742,000 on opening 7 COVID testing hubs and supporting the rollout of our vaccination centres. The financial help and support we've provided for residents and businesses over the past year is unprecedented. But it means the council faced a £58 million budget shortfall. I've worked incredibly hard with councillors and officers to set a balanced budget for the coming year, all in the face of this huge financial uncertainty and the ongoing impact of 11 years of core government cuts during austerity. We've been working tirelessly to make savings behind the scenes to ensure your frontline services continue to function well and that we keep supporting our most vulnerable in these most difficult of times. We will continue to receive some government grants to help us through the crisis, but despite all of this, we still need to make nearly £11 million worth of savings this coming year. Reluctantly, councillors and I have agreed to increase council tax by 4.99%. This increase was a difficult decision to make. We know many of you are struggling, however Hackney will still have one of the lowest council tax rates in London. Most residents will pay less than £1 extra a week as a result of this increase, but it will mean we can raise more than £4 million to fund essential services that we all rely on. Currently, low-income working-age residents who qualify for Hackney's council tax reduction scheme get up to 85% of their council tax paid. And from April, the council will set aside a further £1.4 million more to reduce the bills of low-income working-age residents by a further £60 a year. The majority of pensioners on low incomes and young people leaving care will continue to get all of their council tax paid. The council will also make available an extra £900,000 into tackling poverty and reducing inequality. Despite the pandemic, the council has continued to deliver impressive projects for residents. Over the past 12 months, these have included continuing to build the new Britannia Leisure Centre and the new City of London Academy in Shoreditch. They're due to open this summer. And continuing our multi-award winning apprenticeships programme, employing a further 55 local people this year, bringing our total apprentices to more than 100. This year has been a test for our country, our borough and every household. Many of us have worried about our health, our job and income, or simply not being able to see our loved ones. Sadly, while we have all been affected in some way by this crisis, the crisis has exposed the cruel inequality in our society. However, we are clear that we will always support those most disadvantaged in our borough, campaign on their behalf and seek a more equal recovery. As we move to rebuild Hackney out of the pandemic, we'll continue to support residents who need extra help and embrace the opportunity to find long-term solutions to systemic problems like rough sleeping and the digital divide. We'll be investing in our skills and employment services to ensure that Hackney residents get the help they need if they have lost their job or need more support around training and skills. We'll be investing £64 million on improving existing social housing, £17 million more than last year. We'll be building 400 new genuinely affordable council homes, of which nearly 70% will be for social rent, shared ownership or Hackney living rent. We also know that crime and safety is a really important issue to our residents, especially given some of the tragic incidents that have taken place on our streets over the past year. That's why we will continue to invest in the services we all value and that help keep us safe and healthy. We're investing £7 million on helping to keep residents safe, included the continued funding of the Integrated Gangs Unit, supporting people out of gangs and expanding our CCTV network and maintaining our existing enforcement and civil protection services. We'll be investing in our parks and green spaces to ensure our residents have the space to exercise and stay healthy. This includes £3.5 million into Abney Park, £1.25 million into play areas and nearly £1 million into our park infrastructure. We're passionate about reclaiming our roads and streets for people, reducing carbon emissions and improving our borough's air quality, as well as responding to that critical challenge of the climate emergency. We're already London's leading borough for this environmental work, but the traffic-free streets and improved air quality during the early part of the pandemic and lockdown has made everyone stop and think about what the future could look like. We're investing £200,000 into the Green Homes Fund that will roll out free home insulation and help lower energy bills for thousands of local residents and significantly reduce the greenhouse gases produced through heating our homes. Through this budget and by working and investing together, we will rebuild a better Hackney for everyone.